Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tough Tony here for you again today. And this is a rant of subjects that I really don't fucking touch. Just like I don't touch any type of illegal substances. But the big news out in media today is Chris Brown and Rihanna are doing a collaboration on two songs, I believe. I know they released one called Birthday Cake, and they had all sorts of conversations back and forth on Twitter or some other social network with Chris Brown wishing Robin, because that's her government name, a happy birthday and all sorts of stuff like that. And everybody all over the place is writing in all this stuff. I mean, I was looking at the news this morning after my fiance left for work, and all I see is about multiple people talking about why this should happen, why this doesn't happen, more people throwing it all out of proportion. But let me just cut to the chase. Number one, I don't know if any of y'all notice about me, but I don't listen to much mainstream music. I really don't listen to, for God's sakes, I don't listen to mainstream hip-hop or rap. If I want to listen to rap, I'm listening to underground stuff. And that doesn't mean the mixtapes of someone that's already on mainstream. I don't listen to pop music, American pop music anyway. I don't listen to American current R&B. I'm an old school type of guy. On my MP3 player is a lot of old school shit plus a whole lot of foreign stuff. Like, there are people in the industry that I don't mind. I like Adele, but I don't see her on my MP3 player. I don't mind hearing her. I don't mind Lady Gaga, even though she wouldn't be on my MP3 player either. But I've never liked Chris Brown. I never liked Chris Brown since he came on the damn scene about, 6-7 years ago. I think he came around like in '04 or something like that, '02, like '03, '04, something like that. I never liked him. And that's partly for a couple reasons. Number one, he's not going to say, I wouldn't say minute, he's a major dick from what I hear. He's a fucking asshole. He's a douchebag. Not to mention, I don't know if anyone looks at Mark Muse, from Muse Productions, or look at Muse's YouTube channels, or check out his raw reactions on Daily Motion or Reviewtopia, whatever he puts it on this day and age. I remember he did a review for his last album, Fame, and he quoted and said Chris Brown is a ripoff of a legend, which he's trying to say Chris Brown is a ripoff of Usher, who's a ripoff of Michael Jackson. I've always thought Chris Brown, even before they started really making public light of it, always thought Chris Brown was a ripoff of Michael Jackson, period. I thought I wouldn't say he would be the second coming because he's just not that good, but it's about time he actually started admitting to ripping off the poor guy all these fucking years like he has been. And yet, I don't really care for Chris Brown lyrically. This guy, especially when he calls himself spitting or rapping, because he tries to act hard, but this motherfucker's really not all that hard. I've never seen him kick a dude's ass. I've seen him beat up a woman, but come on. What do you have to, and what does that prove your manlyhood beating up on a woman? You twice her size. And Rihanna, on the other hand, now, of course you realize to be a pop songstress, you really don't have to have any talent. Look at so many, I don't know many of them off the top of my head. I'll use Britney Spears, for example. She doesn't have really any real talent. She just looks good. So does Rihanna, because trust me, if Rihanna was 5 sizes, not even 5, if Rihanna was 4 sizes bigger than what she is, she wouldn't even have a fucking contract, to tell you the truth. But see, the thing is, the bitch can't sing. I tell you this right now. I'm sorry to use the word bitch. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Because I really don't like to, throw discouraging remarks at women like that. Unless they were a bitch. I'm pretty sure Rihanna isn't. But anyway, I remember I was one time just looking up stuff. I remember some woman was trying to sell tickets to a Rihanna, Britney Spears collaboration or a Katy Perry collaboration or something live. And one of them said, well, Rihanna can't sing live. Because, I'm not to sound like a prick or anything, but it's just a matter of fucking physics. I made this argument numerous times. You can like Rihanna, but come on. Don't put it out there like she's the best fucking singer out there, because she clearly is not. And what I'm saying about this is that if you ever listen to her in an interview, her accent is very, 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 very thick. And that doesn't come out in her songs. And by a physics standpoint, you have to hear some of that accent. So I know everyone knows that Rihanna's voice is studio augmentated. And I'm not saying that it's augmentated in everything, but what she comes out with is sometimes studio augmentated. There's a lot of people out there whose voices are studio augmentated. Everybody in hip-hop is voices is music is fucking augmentated, fucking auto-tune and all that bullshit. Not only do they not write their own lyrics, they don't even use their own fucking voices. But I'll do a rant on hip-hop later if you comment on it. Oh, Tuff's being a whore. Damn, I can't believe it. That was a real YouTube whorish thing to say. But anyway, like I said, I really don't care for them much as musicians. Like, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind listening. I don't care about her music. Plus, her music is really, really sexually. It's really out there. I like listen to like a lot of dirty stuff too. But for her target audience, she really shouldn't be putting out music that is really explicit. Some of her stuff. But I don't mind Rihanna as a person or anything. She's probably one of the nicest, sweetest people you will ever meet. Chris Brown, I hate in every way, shape, or form. As a performer or a person or anything. I always thought he sucked. But this is just my opinion. If you like Chris Brown, you like Chris Brown. I'm not bashing you for what you like. But let's just get on with this. So many people are blowing it out of proportion about, man, they getting back together. How can she be with a dude that's going to whoop her ass again? But listen, then some people say, well, people can change. People can reform. Yes, people can change and people can reform. But you shouldn't really throw Rihanna under the bus if they were to get back together, because we live in a very small world. I'm pretty sure everyone who has watched this video probably knows someone who's in an abusive relationship. And you have to realize that even though these people are celebrities and they have millions of dollars in the bank and they can go anywhere they want to go and buy whatever they want to buy and live wherever they want to live and drive whatever they want to drive, but you got to realize in the end, there are people. They're still going to have the same tendencies as people have. Just because you have money doesn't mean you're any less of a person, because money doesn't make character. You can have all the money in the world. It doesn't necessarily make you a nice person. And that's what people have to stop attributing money to. Fame and money and all that shit, it shouldn't equal popularity. Like, you think this person is popular because they have money. They could be a horrible person. Because remember, nothing in life is free. You have to work for everything. You're not going to get a silver platter. But there are most people out there who have been given golden tickets with total lack of intelligence, total lack of character, total lack of talent, everything. And people are just successful because of people who they're related to. Like, for example, the Kardashians. Everything was handed to them. They never had to work a 9 to 5 to make a fucking buck in a day of their fucking lives. But I'm not talking about them, because I can go on and on about those three. But anyway, and then you realize that people get in abusive relationships. And then everyone around them say, men are in abusive relationships, but you have to realize that an abusive relationship doesn't really mean punches, kicks, scratches, and scrapes, and choking. You could be emotionally abusive. You can be physically abusive. You can be mentally abusive. You can be abusive in a whole lot of ways to somebody. But then it takes someone very, very strong to finally realize that, hey, I'm not meant to be here, and you get the fuck out that relationship. That's what you got to do. But we all know that person who's been in a relationship and you keep on coming back to the person all the time because he calls you or she calls you up. Oh, I've changed. I can see it now. You on the phone. This is my piece of shit. Behold 2. I really need to upgrade. I'm sorry, Robin. I'm pretending I'm sorry. I'm a changed man. I've dealt with my anger issues. We need to work something out because I miss your love and all that stuff like that. Now, most people will be kind of flattered from that, but you know how it is. Some women and some men say, you know what? I might as well give it another go. But you shouldn't try to work backwards. But let me tell you this. People can reform and yet people cannot. But Oh yeah, cheating is also a form of abuse as well. But the fact of the matter is that, damn, I lost my train of thought. I was about to throw some real knowledge on y'all and I forgot. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Um, you know, a man's not going to change for a woman. I'm going to put that out there. Being a man, I'm going to tell you this right now, even though I shouldn't because it's probably one of our male trade secrets. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Women have the perception of thinking that they can change a man. A man is not going to change for you. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. You can have kisses. You can have kisses that taste like the rainbows. You can have all the allures of everything. You can have a platinum everything. You can have, an explicit female body part names. You can have them made of platinum or gold, and it still won't make them stay. A man is only as faithful as his options. Sometimes guys stay in relationships because he doesn't have another option. Because women, when they have an option, they rather be in an abusive relationship and hopefully that it changes. Women would rather be in a relationship with a dude that cheats on them all the time, all for the sake that y'all have kids together, which is a fucking stupid ass thing to do in the first place. But you live and learn. But people get older and people wise up to this. But see, when a man has a better option, his ass is up and out the fucking door, and all that shit doesn't matter to him. But for Rihanna's sake, I'm hoping that if they do get together, I'm hoping shit like this doesn't happen again. Because there's a lot of, like, you seen what not Chris Brown, CM Punk has been tweeting about it. CM Punk he's put up at least 3 tweets about it. I'm not on Twitter, I just heard it through the grapevine. He is threatening to stomp a mud hole. Not in those words, but he said he wanted to take Chris Brown and stomp him into the curb of a street. Or that's his way of saying he wants to stomp a mud hole with his candy ass. And I'm pretty sure, with CM Punk's martial arts background, he can pretty much, I can see it now. WWE champion beats the fuck out of Chris Brown. That would be awesome. I would love that so very, very, very much. Very much. But anyway, for her sake, I hopefully, nothing else happens, between that. But like I said, both of them are, make their record sales and everything off her appearance because she's a nice looking girl. He's a nice looking guy. I'm pretty sure most people, there are a lot of shallow people in this world. Like, there are a bunch of guys out there that'll listen to Rihanna not because of her lyrical talent, but because she looks good, people will go see a Denzel Washington movie even though he hasn't had a real good movie for he hasn't really been in a really, 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 really good movie for 10 years. So, people just go just because it's Denzel, or people will listen just because they're black or whatever. There are a lot of shallow people out there. And trust me, I know as far as pop songs, pop R&B guys go, no woman is listening to them for their lyrical talent. Like Trey Songz, for example. Ain't no motherfucker out there listening to Trey Songz for his fucking lyrical talent. And if you do, you listen to Trey Songz because he looks good and he's half naked in his videos. And if you say otherwise, you're a fucking liar. Maybe 10% of you, maybe, but that's not why. But this is the day and age where people don't listen to music because of lyrics. People listen to music because of beats. You listen to music because of beats and because the person looks good. And that's a fucking shame, especially in hip-hop, ghostwriters and such, But I'll rant about that later. Like I said, you leave that in a comment. Give me some ideas. Give me something through the media, even though I really don't talk much about the media. But people, don't blow the bullshit out of fucking proportion. Because in the end, it really doesn't fucking matter. And it has nothing to do with us. And by the way, I haven't listened to the Birthday Cake song. I already said that before. And I'm not going to listen to it. I don't even want to hear it. I don't care. I don't care if it's the greatest song ever written. Because every time I hear that collaboration he did with Jordan Sparks, that No Air, I want to start pulling out my fucking eyelashes. And I have very, very, very long eyelashes. I have girl-like eyelashes, some people say. But anyway, I don't care to listen to it. I don't want to listen to it. It can be something as glorious as Jesus turning water into wine at a party or a wedding or whatever it was. You know, I just don't care. I'm so desensitized by mainstream shit that I could really give a damn less. This is Tough Tony signing off. Have a nice day. And also, I know this is way, way out of my jurisdiction of rants, but if you enjoyed it, tell me that you did. If you want to add to something I said, feel free to. I'm sorry if I wasted your time with this, my normal fan base, because you know I normally don't talk about this, but this is some shit I had to get off my chest. This is Tough Tony signing off. Have a nice day.